invested in the shares, you're going to get a dividend. And if you are investing in the debenture, you're going to get the interest. And here the dividends are divided into three types. One we are calling as by investing the dividends declared by domestic or Indian companies, and dividends distributed from the mutual benefit funds, and dividends declared by a foreign company. So here, when you're getting the dividends you're getting by investing in the equity share or preference shares from the Indian company is exempted from the tax. And similarly, if you are receiving the mutual benefit funds or UTI, and that is also exempted from the tax. But whereas the dividends declared by a foreign company is going to be taxable. And suppose if you have taken any loan to purchase the foreign shares, you have to taxable. Okay. If you have taken the loan also, you have to pay the tax. And the dividend of the foreign companies also is going to be taxable. Please keep these points. And next, coming to the by letting the plant and machinery or a furniture, by letting the plant, machinery or the furniture, and these are the deductions. What are the income you are getting from that? You can claim for the deduction. What are the expenditure incurred, like municipal taxes, rebates, and etc. For example, if you are spent on repairs, the actual amount spent will be taken, and insurance premium, actual amount spent, and any other expenditure, actual amount spent will be allowed, and depreciation at a normal rate we are going to deduct. And coming to the family pension, suppose if the government employee is going to be died, and the pension will be paid to the family members for the spouse. Suppose the spouse also not there, and that will be paid to the children till if they get major age. They are going to pay by the government, and that we are calling as a pension. So here, according to the 57 2A subsection 2A, and we are calling here the deduction will be given whichever is less from the following: 1/3 of pension received and 15,000. Whichever is less will be allowed as a deduction. And coming to the gifts received, and that is the 50,000 is going to be taxable. And immovable properties to 50,000, stamp duty value is going to be taxable. And immovable property, the stamp duty value minus consideration paid we are going to take. And movable property, the total fair market value we are going to consider. And here the winning from lotteries, the winning from horse races till the 5,000, the gross up is not required. If it is more than 5,000, you need to make the gross up. So we know the percentage of tax these casual incomes is 30%. So when you are going to make the grossing up, the step 2 we can say that is a 30%. We are going to make the formula as like this: 100 divided by 100 minus 30. 100 divided by 100 minus 30. That means 100 by 70 you have to consider for these horse races and casual income, TV shows, game shows, and etc. And there is a limit for remember these points. For horse races below 5,000, the grossing up is not required. So above 5,000, you need to make the grossing up. It means that how much amount you are going to receive into 100 by 70 you have to make. Why you are getting 70? 100 divided by 100 minus tax. 100 divided by 100 minus 30 that you are getting here. The 100 by 70 you are going to get. And here for the winning from lotteries till 10,000 there is no grass up, and above 10,000 you need to make the grass up. Again the grass up means the amount what you received into 100 by 70. And winning from motor races, the receiving amount is grass amount is, hence the crossing up is not required. And next, winning from the games or winning TV shows is less than 10,000, no need of receiving amount is become the grass amount. And here if any amount is casual income like winning from card games and TV shows, etc., it's more than 10,000, again the grass amount you have to make the grass up. So grass price that it is equal to net price amount into 100 by 70 you have to make. Now look at question number 1. I'm going to share now, and that I will read the question, then we are going to discuss. Once see the question once again, open the textbooks. Kumari Shirisha submitted the following particulars for the previous year ending 31st March 2019. The dividends on shares of Toyota Company Limited, Zeppon, rupees 13,500. Dividends on shares of American Company Limited. Just now I said the foreign company is going to be taxable. If it is a domestic or Indian company, or if you receive the mutual funds like that, where it is going to be exempted from the tax. But these both are the foreign companies is going to be taxable. And next, the interest interim dividends received on the shares of a non-Indian company. Again, it is going to be taxable. Non-India means foreign. And income from letting of plant 21,300. To get this 21,300, and he incurred some expenses like repairs 4,800 and depreciation of plant 600 that you have to add and you are going to subtract here. And interest on income tax refund that also is going to be added here. And next, interest on fixed deposits, interest on recurring deposits, winning from horse races, the gross he has given, and UK bonds, interest on money lent, and ground from open land. This 4,800 he has given. To get this income, he has incurred expense of 600 that is going to be subtracted. And collection charges we know from the 57 deduction we have to give, and 1,300 we know income from other source. And let's look at here once. See here, dividends on the shares of Toyota Company Limited, that is 13,500 is going to be taxable. Why? Because it's a foreign company. And next, from Japan he said, and dividends of shares of American Company Limited. America also foreign company. So that is going to be taxable here. And interest on dividends of a non-Indian company, that is 8,900. By adding all this 13,500, 18,200, 8,900, you are receiving here 40,600. And then deductions under section 57. There is a collection charges 200 and interest paid loan for the loan 1,300. By adding both, you are getting 1,500. From the 40,600, if you deduct this 1,500, you are getting here 39,100. And then income from letting of plant. How much he received by letting means he has given to rent purpose to someone. This plant is given to someone. So by letting, he got an income of 21,300. And this 21,300, and he has repairs of plants, he got expenditures. These expenditure he can claim for deduction, so that 4,800, and depreciation of plant is 6,000. 4,800 plus 6,000 total become here 10,800. From the 21,300, you have to deduct this 10,800. Then you have to write the outer column as the taxable amount is 10,500. Net income you have to write. Once again, listen this. Income from letting a plant he has given for letting purpose or rent purpose to someone, and he got an income of 21,300. What are the expenditure incurred? He can claim here. That is, the repairs of plants is 4,800 and depreciation on the plant is 6,000. So 4,800 plus 6,000, it will become here 10,800. And 21,300 minus 10,800, you are getting here 10,500. And then interest on income tax refund 4,200, and interest on fixed deposit 15,300, interest on recurring deposits 1,000, and then winning from horse races is 12,500 gross you have to write here, and interest on UK bonds, that is 16,000, interest on money lent is 9,000, and the ground rent from the open land, he got an income, he is given the open land he had. By giving the rent purpose, he got 4,800. And then municipal taxes he paid 600. From 4,800, you deduct the 600, then you're getting here 4,200. By adding 39,100, 10,500, 4,200, 15,300, 1,000, and 12,500, 16,000, and 9,000, and 4,200. By adding all these, you're getting here 1 lakh 11,800. Once again, listen here. So the dividends of share of foreign company is going to be taxable. First, you are going to write the computation of Srimati Kumari Shirisha of income from other source for the assessment year 2019 to 20. And here the dividends of shares of Toyota company 13,500 and dividends of shares of American Limited is 18,200 and non-Indian companies 8,900. Then by adding all this, you're getting 40,600. And then the collection charges is 200 is going to be deducted. We know 57 and interest paid on 1300. Both will be added 40,600 minus 1500. You're getting 39,100. And then income from letting of plant is 21,300. And here he got an income of 21,300 and these expenses will be deducted. That is repairs of plants and the depreciation. Both will be subtracted. 10,800, you will get 10,500. And interest on income tax refund is 4,200. Fixed deposit 15,300. Recurring deposits 1,000. Here, the winning from Austria is 12,500, interest on bond 16,000, and money lent is 9,000. And by giving the ground rent purpose, he got an income of 4,800, and then municipal tax is going to be subtracted. Then you're getting 4,200. By adding all this, you will get 1,11,800. This is income from other source for the first one. Now look at the second one. Mr. Babu, an ordinary resident in India, during the relevant previous year for the current assessment year, submitted the following particulars of income. Compute the income from other sources, the rent from letting a building along with the plant and machinery. The rent of the building cannot be separated from the rent of plant and machinery. So here the rupees is 25,000. The related expenses are insurance premium paid, the repairs of building, municipal taxes, and the building depreciation of building 6,800 he has given. So here what we are doing here, by giving that he got a 25,000 and all we are going to add the concerned expenses, we will add and subtract. Then the remaining is the net income is going to be taxable. And next, winning from card games, that is a 3,100 below 5,000. Just now I said the winning from games 3,100 is going to be gross. Same amount we have to write here. If it is more than 10,000, then we are going to gross. The profit from smuggling and sandalwood business. Okay. And next, it cannot be considered. And the interest on debentures 14,500. And next, interest on debentures 8,100. It is going to be gross up 100 by 70 you have to make. And net he has given. And next, we have to find the gross interest. Interest on tax-free government bonds 25,000. That we have to write. And machinery sold on hire purchase method. This down the payment is 20,000. It sees it for the default. So that cannot be considered. So now look at here. So rent from, once again, we are going to write the heading as the computation of Mr. Babu, income from other sources for the assessment year 2019 to 20. So rent from letting of the along with the plant and machinery, he got an income of 25,000 and insurance premium of a plant 1,000. Repairs of buildings is 2,000 and municipal is 850. Depreciation is 6,800. And by adding, we'll get here 10,650 from 25,000. By adding 1,000, 2,000, 850, and 6,800, we'll get 10,650. From 25,000, if you deduct 10,650, you're getting here 14,350. Then winning from card games less than 5,000. That's why we are writing 3,300. Amount is net amount we are going to write. Interest on debentures 14,500. Interest on debentures 9,000. And how we get 9,000 here? See the work. So here the interest on debentures net T has given 8,100. Interest received amount is more than the 5,000. So then it will be gross up. The gross up means what we are going to make 8,100 into 100 by 90. Why? Because the 10% is going to be taxable. That will be 9,000. So here we have to write. And next, interest on government bonds 25,000. And next point is the hire purchase transaction is default with the seized amount and purchase to be treated as a higher charges. That comes under higher charges. It will be shown in the income from business, not under income from other source. So by here, the interest on tax with government bonds 25,000. By adding 14,350, 3,100, 14,500, 9,000 and 25,000, you are getting a 65,950. Once again, listen here. The computation of Mr. Babu's income from other sources for the assessment year 2019 to 20. So here, rent from letting of a plant 25,000, and for this he incurred the expenditures like insurance premium of plant, repair of building, municipal tax of building, and depreciation of building. By adding all those 1,000, 2,850 and 6,800 will get 10,650. So from 25,000, if you deduct this, you will get 14,350. And then winning from card games 3,100, interest on debentures 14,500, and interest on debentures 9,000, and interest on government bonds 25,000. And here how will you get 9,000? Once again 8,100 into 100 by 90, you will get this 9,000. And bonds is 25,000. By adding 14,350, 3,100, 14,500, 9,000, and 25,000, you got here 65,950. Now, right, in higher purchase transactions, that key asset will be seized. The amount is paid by the purchaser will be treated as higher charges. These higher charges are the income from business. Now look at the third one. Srimati Vaishnavi has submitted the following particulars of income. Calculate the income from other sources. So here, winning from lottery gross 25,000. He only said the gross. So directly you have to write outer column. And next, horse races winning. He has given within the bracket the TDS is 9,600. So that's why the tax deducted at source, that is also an income, is going to be taxable. That's why we have to add 22,400 to 9,600. Then you are getting here 32,000 you are going to get. And next, dividends from Nagarjuna Cement Company Limited, that is 18,500. And this Nagarjuna is a Indian company, so it is going to be exempted from the tax. And next, dividends from the Ford of America, the TDS, is given 15,000, and that 45,000 you have to write the outer column. It's a foreign company, we cannot deduct the TDS. And next, income from UTI. Just now before we discuss the mutual funds, and this UTI is exempted from the tax. And next, income from letting of machinery 68,000 he has given, and for this he incurred some expenditures, and that the machinery 750 and salary operator to the 18,000, and fire insurance is 350. These are the expenditure will be deducted from the concerned income. Then the net income we are going to show the outer column. And next, insurance commission received at the rate 10%. That family pension he has given. The family pension, we know we are going to give the deduction whichever is less. 1/3 of pension 15,000. Look at here once. I'll explain. And this is the standard deduction. First he has given per month 8,000 into 12 is 96,000, and one third of pension and 15,000. Whichever is less will be allowed as a deduction. From 96,000, you need to deduct like this, and the remaining we are going to write the outer column. And next, the refund of income tax, and including the interest delayed, the refund of 300 we are going to consider. Now look at here once. The winning from lottery, that is 25,000 you are going to write. And horse race 22,400, you need to add this TDS. Why? Because this will be taxable, and total you are going to write 32,000. And next, dividend from a Ford America 45,000, the DTS will not be deducted. And letting of machinery, you got an income of 68,000, and repairs is 750. Salary to the operator is 18,000, and fire insurance premium is 350. By adding all those, you are getting 19,100. From the 68,000, you need to deduct 19,100, then you're getting 48,900. And then family pension, just now I said 96,000, one third and 15,000, whichever is less. So this how we got 96,000 or 8,000 as again per month into 12 months, 96. So one third of 96 you will get 32 and 15. 30 to 15, which is the least one, 15. So then you need to deduct the 15. 96 minus 15, getting 81,000. Income tax refund 300, insurance commission 50,000, and the source 84,500. Then you're getting income from other source as 3,66,700. So here the gross income 45,000 into 100 by 90, you have to make that, you are getting 50,000 here. Once again, winning from lottery, you got 25,000. Horse race 22,400. For this, the TDS also is going to be taxable. It is a deducted amount he has given, and total amount is going to be taxable. So 22,400 plus 9,600, you will get 32,000. And dividends from Ford America, the foreign company TDS cannot be subtracted. So 45,000 we have to write. And next, letting of machinery is 68,000, and the repairs is 750. Operator is 18,000, and the insurance premium is 350. By adding these three, you will get 19,100. From 68,000, if you deduct the 19,100, you will get 48,900. And then family pension, he has given here 8,000. 8,000 into 12, you are getting here 96,000. And standard deduction is least of the following two amounts, and that is one third of 96,000, that is a 32,000 here, and deduction is 50,000 is a limit. So 32,000, 15,000, which is the least one, 15,000 is the least one. And then 96,000 minus 15,000, you're getting here 81,000. And then interest delayed for refund of tax is 300, and insurance commission he has given 50,000, and income from undisclosed source that now you are going to be taxable, and that is 84,500. You have to add, and by adding 25,000, 32,000, 45,000, 48,900, 81,300, 50,000, and 84,500. You're going to get here 3,66,700. So you got here income from other source. For this, you have to write this working note as family pension. Whichever is less will be allowed as a deduction. So that is 8,000 into 12, you're getting 96,000. And one third of pension, 96 is equal to 32,000. And the limit is 15,000. So insurance commission is going to be gross up 45,000. You have to make 100 by 90. You're getting a 50,000. So by adding 25,000, 32,000, 45,000, and 48,900, 81,300, 50,000, and 84,500, you're getting here 3,66,700. Now look at the fourth question. The following incomes received by Mr. Ravi compute the income under the head income from other sources. And income from agricultural land in Punjab is going to be exempted. And income from agricultural land in Bangladesh, and that is 50,000, and you have to subtract the 17,000 is expenses that will be deducted. Then you have to write the outer column as 33,000. And then director fees from the Good Luck Company Limited, directly you have to write the outer column. And rent from the sublet of house got an income of 72,000, and for this the repairs you have to deduct, and 5,000, and this 1,500 the and municipal taxes. Rent pay for the sublet of portion, that is 21,000. So that from the 70,000 you need to deduct 5,000, 1,500 and 21,000. By adding all together total 27,500 the reductions you are getting. From 72,000 you need to deduct the 27,500, then you are getting here the 44,500 is the outer column. And next, the 15% of bonds, that is 3 lakhs into 15%, you have to write the 45,000. And rent from the open land in Pune, that is 16,000 you got, and that 16,000 you have to write the outer column. And then 9% of UP Sugar Company, that is 50,000 into 9%. And then the tax-free debentures is going to be 100 by 90, or to make that right out of the column. And next, 15% of bonds is over. And next one is interest received from the debentures of X Company Limited. But it's a Indian company, cannot consider. Dividend and preference shares is also exempted from the tax. Honorarium, giving the lectures, and 69,000 we cannot consider. So then you are getting here like 33,000, 1,80,000, 44,500, 45,000, 16,000, 5,000, and 20,000, 54,000. Finally, you're getting income from other source as 3,97,500. And then you have to make here and fifth sum. Look at the fifth one. This is RIA submitted the following particulars to compare the income from other sources. Received winning from lottery, that is 70,000 he has given, and it is more than 10,000, hence we have to make 100 by 70 you have to make. So 100 by 70, how we are getting 100 by 100 minus tax. The here the winning from lotteries is a casual income. It will be taxed at the rate of 30%. So therefore 100 divided by 100 minus 30, you are getting here 100 by 70. So 70,000 into 100 by 70, you are getting here 1 lakh. And received from agriculture land in England. So England, if you receive any income outside or other country, outside the borders, such we are calling as an income from other source. If any income received from the agriculture in other countries or outside the borders, we are calling as an income from other source. That you have to write here 1,24,000. And then rent from the sublet of house, he got a 40,000, and here 16,000 and 1,000, that is repairs. And the rent paid will be subtracted 17,000, then you will get 23,000. And rent from the hiring of machinery is got 24,000, and repairs and depreciation 5,000 and 8,000, that is 13,000 is going to be subtracted, that you will write the 11,000. And family pension, again the same 8,000 per month, and 8,000 into 12, 96,000, 1/3 15,000, whichever is less means again you are getting 15,000 only, just like. So if 96,000 minus 15, you are getting 81,000. So here you are going to add in the fifth sum 1 lakh, 1,24,000, and 23,000, 11,000, and 81,000. By adding, you are getting here 3,39,000. And sixth sum you can do as homework. So while doing these sums, again remember the dividends are 3 types. If you receive the dividend in Indian company, is exempted. If you receive the dividend from the mutual funds or UTI, is exempted. If you receive the dividend from the foreign company, is going to be taxable. And if he has given some incomes by giving the let out, like plant and machinery and buildings, etc., by giving that planting or let out, what are the concerned expenditure he has given, that we are going to deduct according to the rates. And then we have to cross up, we have to look after like lotteries, meaning horse races and card games, according to that below 5,000. and above 5,000 gross up, 10,000 below that 10,000 is not gross up, above 10,000 will be gross up. And if you get the lotteries is a 30% is a tax, then 100 divided by 100 minus tax, 100 by 100 minus 30, you are getting 100 by 70, that you have to make the gross up while doing these 42 sums and do the practice. I hope everyone doing well. So this once again, the third one,